completely debt free. And I'm talking about college loans because, oh my goodness, those are, crazy. So I want to make sure that, that debt free comes, that's what comes to mind. Um, and then in 10 years from now, just investing in myself, investing in my family. I don't know if I want to retire because, I'll probably be close to 50, but I love working. I love helping my students. Well, I'm a financial aid officer, so I work with students at a college. So I love doing that. And I just love helping people. So I don't think I want to retire from that. But that's what I want to do. In 10 years, just having that financial just freedom, I would say. And then what does the highest version of myself believe about yourself? Um, you know, um, the first thing I thought was like, I'm a badass. And I just thought, I was like, oh my gosh, the book that we're reading, it just, I think that my fears definitely get in the way of myself. I sabotage myself a lot. And, I look back, I'm like, I've overcome so much. Like, what's stopping me? So I think that, that resonates. I'm a badass. That's it.
I love it. And I love it. And it's what you just realized, that the way you sabotage, and you're going to help so many women overcome that. So thank you so much, Becky, for sharing. And I hope that that was helpful for you all, girls, to see like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And really, really, please take the time. It's just good in life, to do that. Now, I'm so sorry. I just pressed the recording button. So I want to go over this for those that we're going to be sending this out, as a reminder. So just so you know, guys, the first thing you do is build your brand, okay? One is, right now, as we start this course, is our 30-day physical results. And the second one is our 30-day mindset results. So please submit your before pictures to your coach so we can start on that, working on that new 30-day results. And two, get your hands on the Energy Bus. It's a book. We're going to be implementing that within our 30-day, our 4-week side hustle school. So, all right. So let's move on to the next one. Now, the next thing is building your avatar. So what does that mean? It's, who are you speaking to? So guys, it's every post, every share. Now, only if you want to make this, if you want to make money, okay? It's really everything that you post is speaking, that you are talking to your avatar, so to your ideal girl, human, whoever you're talking to, okay? Every post. So before you post, you got to ask yourself, is this adding value to my chick, to my girl, to my human? If it's not, please don't post. If you're serious about building your side hustle, if you're serious about building that financial freedom like Becky, okay? So please ask yourself before you post. Now, one question for you, and this is really, really good because right now we're just going through it, but during the week, guys, we're gonna be holding you accountable to make sure you work on this. And number one, there's 2 things we do in this business, okay? It's one, retail. We introduce the product to people, we get them physical results, amazing results, right? We introduce them to our community, but we retail. The other one is recruit. At the end of the day, Herbalife is a network marketing business. So the second one is we recruit. We bring people to us to join our team to do exactly what we are doing, okay? So number one, when it comes to client, ask yourself, what is your ideal client? Is she a girl? Is she a guy? Is she a woman, man, whatever you want to call it? Is she a mom? She's single? How many kids? Does she work? What does she struggle with? That is the biggest question, girls. Guys, what does she struggle with? Because that is what everything's gonna spark, right? If she struggle with losing weight, maybe yo-yo dieting, maybe gaining weight, maybe struggling with energy. What is that huge struggle that she's dealing with? Okay, does she work? Is she a stay-at-home mom? Is she a dog lover? I'll just tell you something right now, okay? I'm a mom. I have 3 boys, right? But I have Alyssa, I have Nicole, who are not moms, but they love animals. They love dogs. Joe too. Joe loves every animal. Alyssa and Nicole more like just dog moms, okay? I may bore them to death and be like, woo, my boys, oh my God, my boys, okay, great, good for you. But if I say, oh my God, my dog Smokey, he acted so funny. Nicole, does Charlie act that way? Guess what? Now we're best friends because we're talking dog language. And I just remembered her dog's name and brought my dog's name to the picture. You see? So that's why you got to be clear. Like, who is that girl? Who is your client that you want to be speaking to? So if my girl or my ideal client is a dog mom, I'm going to be breaking Smokey all the time. And I'm going to be like, does your dog does it? You know, and I know Nicole and I know Alyssa are going to be popping up and talking to me. Okay. Number 2, recruit. Guys, this is critical. You better get it out of the way now. Okay. Because you don't want to be attracting women you don't want in your team. Sometimes I've been doing this for 7 years. You guys heard my story last time. And it was like, oh my God, this drama woman. Honestly, I didn't want her anymore. But it was like, why? But again, I wasn't clear. And then 2, you attract who you are. So be careful with that. All right. So I want to give you guys an example from one of our coaches of what is that? Like, what does your ideal client look like for you now that you've been in business? And I want to bring Leah on the line. What is your ideal client? What is your ideal team partner tribe that you have? Like, what is that for you?
Hi, girls. I'm so excited. This is my first time being on the social media course. So I'm excited to learn more. But yeah, I totally agree with Delfina. I have been doing this business for 4 years, okay? So at the beginning, maybe like you, I was like, I want everyone. I just want people to do this business with you. And yes, a lot of people were coming into the business, but not everyone was doing, the business. So then after a while, I was like, okay, I'm ready, I'm determined. And then I start to like do affirmations of, I want beautiful girls in Spanish, and then I'll translate it. I was like, yo quiero mujeres super bonitas, inteligentes y chingonas, right? So I want really pretty girls and smart, yeah, intelligent, smart, okay, chingonas, badass, okay. So that's how I wanted them, but also like really open and ready to learn, to be coachable, because I'm like, I want someone coachable that will like ride and die with me, that we will like, do the deal together as a team. And I'm so excited because seriously, guys, since like I would say February, I will start getting new members. For example, I have 3 girls tonight, and I was like, this is so cool because they're always on top of their game. Like I'll be like, hey girl, don't forget, and they're in the call already. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm always doing affirmations like, I want smart, pretty girls with great attitude and being able to be coachable. So that is the word coachable that I try to attract and do an affirmation a lot. So yeah. And then something, guys, let me tell you, I remember someone, I don't know which seminar or where, but they were like, when you want that husband or that boyfriend, you're like, I just want to get a husband. I want a boyfriend like now, porque los años se pasan, right? And then you get any boyfriend and you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that, and this and that, right? It's the same thing. You need to do those affirmations. So now I have the husband because I started to do my affirmations, not only because he's in front of me, but seriously, I was like, this is how I want a man. This is how I want my clients. This is how I want my business partners, because they're going to be with you until the last day of your business. So
great tip. I love that. I love the way you put it. Like literally, because we hear all this time, like, you want a husband, write it down exactly the way you want him, right? I hear this all the time because I'm, in that arena. But that's exactly, thank you, Leah, for bringing that up. I'm now excited. Oh my God, I need to make that list for my team, which I honestly, like, do that now, especially if you're just starting that. Thank you so much, Leah, for your share. That was perfectly said. Okay, so we got that down. All right, so another thing, get this clear, is be super clear on who you would love to help. So this is why is that avatar is so good, right? For your client and for your team, because they're both struggling with something, right? So what are her, for if it's a her, what are her problems and how can you help her solve it? This will help you create content. Content means stuff that you post, just, okay? We're gonna be saying that word a lot. So based on her needs. So when you're clear on what she's struggling with, your goal is to always bring a solution for her problem. All right. Sometimes I get this, and you guys, you know, may hear this. It's like, ooh, I'm struggling with what to post. And I go back and I start posting and I erase. Sometimes that happens when you make this about you. It happens to all of us. So this starts, by the way, with you, right? Because it's you are bringing the girls to the yard, right? Your milkshakes bringing the girls to the yard. But it's not about you. It's what they are looking for, that they think they know that you're going to solve that for them. Okay. So I want to, with that, bring Joe to the yard, to my yard, and have her share, because I know her target market is women. Well, I'll just share with her. Joe, are you here? I know I saw you. Jojo? She might have missed. Jojo, you're here. Yes. Jojo, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello,
So,
ladies.
hi. So tell me about the solution you bring out to your target market, and who is your target market, which is your avatar.
So my target market is women 45 and older. And actually I've struggled a little bit connecting with my avatar. So yeah, I've just been kind of struggling a little bit in that area, but that is my target market. I do attract, I have been recently attracting some of the older women. I tend to attract the younger crowd for some reason. I don't know why, but my target market, since I'm recently separated, is, you know, ladies 45 and older, separated, trying to get their life together, and it's never too late to get in shape. And yeah.
What's the solution that you bring to the picture, to your target market, to 45 and over?
I just show up as myself every day.
But what solution do you solve?
What do you mean? Like,
so for example, I know the solution. So the solution that you solve, right, or the problem that you solve, I should say, is for women over 45 that they may feel like, oh, it's too late for me to get started, to look the best version of myself. Oh, this is the life that I have, so it's too late for me again to refresh, to like whatever. So the solution is like, it's never too late. You can look the sexiest, you can look the confident, you can act wild, happy, no matter at what age. Be your authentic self. So I just cleared something for you, Joe. I know, and it's
and I knew that, but you know, when Delfina puts me on the spot, I get nervous and I get.
I know, because I know you knew that, so that's okay, Joe. But and I wanted to share that, right? Because we all have different avatars and different solutions that we bring. So thank you, Joe. I'm sorry for.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you were brought on. Okay, so there, write this down, girls. You want to have about 3 to 5 business pillars based on your avatar. Okay, so pillars meaning so I'm going to give you an example on pillars. Okay, so maybe you have a mom that has, I'm going to say my sister, that has 4 kids, and the baby is 2 months old. She doesn't have time right now. The kids are being homeschooled, right? So there's a lot of like time with the kids. There's a lot of things going on. So she doesn't have time to go out and work out, right? So what can be a pillar that I can provide for those type of moms? Work from home, no equipment needed. 20-minute workouts, right? So I give them 20-minute workout videos. That's a pillar that I can provide for them. 2, she's so busy with her kids trying to provide for them that she doesn't have time to cook her own healthy meals, right? She's like figuring things out for the kids, and she just like finger foods everything that they're eating. Maybe I start giving them tips and ideas on how to quickly like get a meal in while they're taking care of their kids. That can be pillar number 2. Number 3 is self-care. Self-care is like, I know you're a busy girl, but give yourself 10 minutes a day just to unwind, just to like give yourself that self-love, right? That's pillar number 3. What can be the 4th one? It's join my challenge. I know you don't have time to check in, but you need a community of like-minded women, because if not, you're gonna go crazy, right? So there you go. I just gave you 4 pillars as an example of the pillars you need to have. So that gives you more freedom to create content, and that gives you a flow. Okay, this week it's Sunday. I'm gonna structure my content for the week. So I'm gonna focus on these 4 pillars to make sure these 4 pillars are taking care of my avatar. All right, so maybe Monday you do the workouts, maybe Wednesday you do the meals, maybe, and so forth and so on, okay? So these 4 types of content are what converts the prospect or your follower to a client, or it also helps you grow your following. 1, educational, okay? So it can be something you're teaching about the bikini drink, that, you know, the perks of it, which is a beverage mixed tea and aloe, by the way. You can add other products too. Just those are the basic 3. You can teach them the benefits of that and the results you're getting. 2, storytelling. Tell them a story. I know my sister sometimes shares. I would love Adri to be, if you're on, Adri, if you can share how like you struggle with guilt of, am I being a good parent? You know, it's storytelling, but always never throw your calzones, all right? Don't throw your business out there, but it's more like, guys, this is what I'm struggling with, but this is how I'm overcoming this. If you're struggling with this like me, this is the solution I have found that works for me, and I'm giving it to you. You see how you can convert that differently? 3, something shareable, something funny, a quote or an infomercial. That way they can share, or they feel like they can tag their friends, or they can pass it on to somebody else. Adri, would you like to share something that, I know you're really good at storytelling?
Yes, so for me, my avatar obviously are moms and women. So I like to share like just my day-to-day with the kids, and like I'm making my shake and I'm doing my thing. The reason why I like to do that is because obviously it's relatable to moms. You don't want to make things seem difficult when they're not. So it's really easy, fun, and magical to do what we do. And to relay that on story, it's really easy because it really is what I'm doing. So just honestly, just sharing like something funny the kids did, and how, and at the same time, I'm having my shake or my tea, because I think that as moms, sometimes we feel like when we are on a nutrition program or something, like it's kind of like separate, but really it's all together. It's just being who you are and sharing who you are as you're doing your business.
So on story, that was more on story, but how about storytelling? When you tell a story, like you're struggling, do you follow me?
Sorry, you could see there's a concert behind here. So what I do is I feel like I like to be very transparent. For example, when I was starting to breastfeed Santiago, like I was just on there like, you know, I'm struggling with this. This is what's going on. But and then I talked about what helped me. What helps me is honestly like what was really consistent to me was my tribe, which is the community that I have within We Rise Up and this community here, and being connected to a powerful structure of women. That's what was my solution to like, yes, I feel like this now. I just had a baby. I'm all out of whack. This is how my emotions are. But like, thankfully for my nutrition and thankfully for being around like-minded women, I feel mentally strong and I'm going to be okay. It's just right now at the moment, I don't feel good, but I know that good times are coming because I have my girls that I can reach out to like, hey, I'm not feeling this way. And obviously we can have a cup of tea together, talk it out, and then I'll be okay. So that's kind of what you were saying. Like, yes, be real and share how you feel, but always have that solution of like, I'm going to be okay and we're going to get through this and not just be like, wah, wah, my life, you know?
Thank you, Adri. That was perfectly said. So yes, that's a great example of storytelling. And then, you know, another one is sales. This is where you're like, hey, we have a 21-day challenge right now going on for $21. Who is ready to build their booty? Because right now it's a booty challenge, just so you know. So it's blast it. But sometimes if you feel like it's all product, right? You just sell people. It's like out of mind, out of sight. Like, they're gonna definitely scroll, like really skip your post if it's the same thing you're posting. Okay, so think about ways of adding value. Now I'm gonna talk about the 4 different pieces of Instagram. One is your bio, and this time around, this course, guys, we're not going to spend too much time on our bio here, but we'll definitely during the week on our chat take care of making sure your bio represents you. So your bio, it is your business card, okay? Who you are, what's your credibility. So Cindy, right? Cindy has lost over 116 pounds. Huge credibility right there. If you've lost 5 pounds, that's already 5 pounds somebody is struggling that can't lose. That's a great credibility. Okay. If you're already developing a $500 income a month or even 200, that's already credibility. Okay. And then another thing is how, like, tell someone how you can help them. So speak to your avatar, tell them exactly what you can help them. And then 3 is give them a call to action. What do you want them to do? So this is where you want to have a clickable link somewhere in your bio. So you're like, click here, order now, sign up now, do this, okay? So we'll talk more about it throughout the week on our chat on how you can develop your bio. Number 2 is your news feed, all right? So your news feed, think about it, it's like your website. So when you go to our website, it's like perfectly designed, right? Like a pretty website that you visit. And it's all the pictures are there, they're flowy, it's just pretty. So you definitely want it to make sure that it's appealing, okay? You want it to represent you. So right now, if you have all kinds of stuff, flyers, your family, great, it's okay. But start from now on, it's pictures about you, pictures that represent those 3 to 5 pillars we just talked about, okay? So then that way it's attractive to your avatar. So the key to the feed, and this is why feed typically we don't post so many, because you want to be thoughtful on it when it comes to your feed, because it's something that's going to stay most likely permanent. But there's so much going on your feed, girls, that you want someone to stop. Wait a minute, Maria, scroll back up. Because you know, even yourself, right? You grab your phone. Let me unshare so you can see me. You're grabbing your phone, you're like, rah, 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 and rah, you go back. You see how I did that? Because we all do it. Can you guys see me, right? Okay, let me make sure that I'm spotlighted. Okay, so watch this. You know you do this because you're like boring, 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 and then you see an attractive picture and you stop. Wait, what is going on right here? And then you take the time to read. So that is what you want when it comes to your feed, okay? What is that? How are you going to do that? The picture has to be pretty. You can do whatever you want on your story, but on your feed, make it, take your time, okay? You don't have to have a professional photo shoot or anything by any means, but make sure your goal is like, I want someone to take that 2-second, bring my photo back and read what I got to say and hopefully comment. So 1, make it pretty. Take a eye-catching photo, okay? So this is where you plan it out, all right? Get a ring light. Guys, this is your business, so invest it. You don't need a ring light, but I'm just helping you get better, okay? Ring lights, you can get a small little ring light, just anything because it's good lighting and it's good background that's helpful, all right? So it's nothing, you don't want too much clutter in the back, okay? And we'll talk more about that throughout the 4-week course. Take the time to plan your pictures. Something that I always share, it's like, make sure when it comes to that 2-3 hour that you're putting your business, you know, that you're taking the time, make sure you put some lipstick on, like, feel pretty. Because when you feel pretty, you're like, hey girl, you know, you want to take that selfie. If not, you're like, oh, no, get out of here, phone. Feel pretty when you're working out, okay? Because that's when you can take good bomb photos. Or maybe also on a Sunday or something, make sure that you go a little bit out of your way to get a cute outfit. Take a few pictures because maybe during the week you won't have time. But make sure that on Sunday you take enough so you're able to post throughout the week. Super importante, okay? I can't see your comments, so coaches, if you can help me with the comments, please. All right, so that is your feed. Now, your story. This is magical. Right now, it goes down in the story. This is where you create, so just so you know, the bio, you know, it's people, when they follow you, they're going to check your bio, they're going to scroll down to your feed, and then they're going to decide if they're going to follow you or keep on following you, okay? So, but the story is where you build and you create a relationship with them. You build friendship, you build trust, and they start loving you, okay? Your very own, this is your reality show. This is where you just do you, right? You show them your life, but again, you always show them your life at your highest self, the best version of you. Remember that. I'm not asking you to be perfect, okay? I'm not asking you to be fake. Fake can be a little bit on the feed, you know, because sometimes like that's like straight out, so like, is it really, really real? But on your story, be you, be real, but be always your best self. Key, circle that and highlight it if you have a highlighter, okay? This is a space where you create the super, like you're super relatable. Like Adri was talked about, you know, the struggle with a Chi-Chi, breastfeeding the baby, right? The right now with like the hormonal changes that you have as, you know, postpartum. She's going to be relatable to moms that maybe are going through that or have gone through that. And they may ask, like, how are you overcoming that? Or they can give her tips. Girl, don't worry about it. It's just going to be a quick, but it's building that friendship, that relationship with them, right? So again, be authentic, be yourself. Create dialogue, guys. Start conversations that leads to the DM. And sometimes you're like, this ain't gonna make me a sell because she's all about like my business or where I got my cute hat. That is not asking me about my shake. And you're like, I'm wasting time answering where I got my hat, right? But remember, your job, your primarily goal in the story is to build, to be a friend, to be a coach, to be a business partner, to be their BFF. And there's a high percentage that that girl that's asking you for your hat, that is asking you, oh my gosh, where'd you get that blanket? Or where are you at? Where are you traveling? Where is that located? And you're like, you're wasting my time. You didn't ask me about the tea that I'm drinking. There's a high chance that they will come back and finally ask you for your tea, okay? So show yourself, and this is really, Adri said it so well. Like when you're talking about, oh, the struggle, you know, with the baby, or right now, moms, how do you guys feel about homeschooling? Like, I feel so weird. I feel so bad for my kids. Am I the only one? As you are having those conversations, it's like pouring on, right? You're pouring on your tecito, your tea, your aloe, you're pouring on, making it happen. And you're like, ooh, that was so good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about our children. Man, that really sucks, guys, right? So always bring your products to the game, to the yard. Also, always show results, okay? So, my gosh, total control girls, I need two total controls in the morning because I need high energy, and the results that they gave me fires me up. You guys feel, you say that I have, that I'm so energetic, that I'm always on top of things. Guess why? My total control. I just give you results, okay? My energy. You think I'm highly energetic? It's my total control, girlfriend. My results. Okay, I didn't show you, and I have to show you my butt or my belly. I just showed you my high energy due to the total control. Let me see. I want to pick on someone. Carmen, can you share with me, like, when you speak on story, like, how do you bring your products to the yard?
You know, for me, like, I do it more in the morning. So like I love to run in the mornings. Like that's my workout, but it's more than a workout. It's like my way of just setting up my day. And so then after my runs, like I'm always posting, you know, my shakes, and then I'll just start talking about like the benefits that I feel. And then I'll share whatever I have going on in the day or something that's happening. I love to talk about just overall nutrition and the value of health, because I just feel like a lot of people, like, to me, it's not even about looks. You know, I'm 40 years old, and to me, it's like, how well can I feel at 40, health-wise? Seeing some of my friends that are the same age, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? You know? So to me, it really is about like showing people just the value of nurturing our body appropriately. Just given the fact that as you age, your body needs to feel healthy. So that's how I bring it up.
I love that. Yes, thank you. And again, that may be her avatar. That may be women in their 40s, right? Who are like, dude, I'm feeling my body changing. And yes, I get it. I used to like work out because I want to be sexy, and now I want to work out because I want to feel good, right? So she can be relatable by like joint support. Oh my gosh. To your knees, like when you're getting out of bed and it's like, you know, and you got to take that joint support because I have, then you're like, Annette is like, girl, yes, I feel you. Give me that joint support, you know? So it's so relatable. Lastly, it's in bold, okay? If the shoe fits, it is all right. But face to camera, girls, face to camera. Your story, this is where you show up. This is where you make friends. This is not where you blast your flyers. This is not where you hide, okay? Show up, video to camera always. And remember this, especially when you are scrolling on your story, sometimes we see the mouth smooth, but our volume is off. So you're like, oh, okay. But when you take the time on some of your videos to add subtitles. So if it's something catchy that you typed on your subtitle, then like, oh, let me turn on my volume. Let me see what she had to say, okay? Because literally like 80% of the time, the volume is off and they're not hearing you talk. So adding subtitles gives, so she's like, last night I blasted Becky on my story, and I said, oh my gosh, she is getting great results and now is building a side hustle. I put it on the subtitle because she's talking, she's saying these things. And if the volume is off, people are just gonna like, oh, okay, great, moving on to the next, like tap, 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 tap. But if the subtitle resonated with someone, they're gonna take the time to make sure the volume is on to hear what Becky had to say. Okay, super important on those. All right, so we're almost done, guys. All right, number 4, your DM. This is your money-making machine. This is where you make that dinero, that money, okay? This is where you want people to DMing you left and right. Now, for a good sell, that's what we want. But even if they're asking questions, like, it's okay. So this is where you make the connection. This is where you make the friendship. This is where you close the sell. And I want to share something super, guys, this is where you're going to make your side hustle money. So whatever you typed on the chat, if it's that $500, if it's that $1,000, if it's that 6-figure income, it totally can happen on the DM. Now, I want to close it with this, bringing my sister back to the call and asking her, sister, how do you, I want to bring back the screen, by the way, real quick. Here. So you see, guys, she brought home last month, and it's not, she hasn't gotten her final numbers. She got $2,971 so far from last month, and I know it's almost going to be like $4,000 total with her production bonus. Tell me how it goes down on the DM. That really, guys, that money, it's all DM action.
So it's just exactly like you said, it's building that relationship outside of just Herbalife. So I feel like I'm always on social media just commenting and just being genuine, like just being interested, because the people that I have on my feed are people that I genuinely think are cool. Like they're moms, they have their feed with their kids. So it's very like, hey, how, you know, what, so I see that you're like taking your kids to school. Like, I don't even know these girls, you know, and it's like, and I see that you're tired. Like, you know, I take, you know, I have this tea that really will help you with energy. But because I had been connecting with them, it's not like out of nowhere. Does that make sense? I'm very like sharing what I do, because they'll be like, yeah, girl, I'm so tired all the time. And I see that you have all this energy. So that's when I come in with the DM, with the whole, hey, this is what I do. This is what I recommend you do. Let me send you my link. I would love to help you. That's kind of how I do when I'm reaching out to people, because I'm very aware of what they're posting. So even if they're not commenting back, I'm like, hey girl, I saw that the other day that you're super tired. Like I have this, you know, I know that you see that I drink my tea and it helps me keep up with the kids, especially now it's homeschooling, blah, blah, blah. Let me send you my link. And because I'm not like, I don't feel like I sound salesy. I sound like I'm sharing with them how they're gonna feel amazing. They're very open to receive what I'm sending them.
Perfect. Thank you, sister. And I heard Becky say this yesterday, and so many, when you start your side hustle, there's so many of our girls that say this, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know how to sell. It's just sharing, girls, just sharing like what's working for Audrey, right? What's working for her high energy. Two is think about this. Before you started this journey, how did you feel? You may have felt like lacked confidence. You felt tired. You just felt like there's really no, sometimes there's a lot of gray days, right? And now we all have the great days, but it's very, very minimal. You have great energy. You're confident. You're looking forward to your next goal, to life. And that should give you the responsibility, girls. And it sounds like, oh, it's just drama. But for real, the responsibility to share with other women what has worked for you. Because remember, who invited you to this journey, whoever that was, if it was me or, you know, any of our coaches here, Imagine if I would have not knocked on your door or not showed up on Instagram, because a lot of my like tribe is through Instagram. If I wouldn't have shown up as my best self, if I wouldn't have like had that tea, if not, I would have like, hey, ask me how, or maybe DM'd you, where would you be right now? So think about that. Like, no, I need to share with these women. I'm going to get a note, but I'm going to plant a seed and she's going to come back to me somehow. If not her, it's okay. If not now, sometimes she will. If not, I'm going to go to the next one and the next one, because I want every single woman in this Instagram account or in this world to feel just as good as I am. Imagine if every woman felt as good as we do. Imagine if every woman represented and showed up in the best version of themselves. Imagine what this world would be, girls. Imagine our children. Oh my gosh, where's the song for this, right? Where's the background music for this? Woo, I got emotional, like for real. So it's, stop thinking about, I don't know how to sell, or I sell seed. No, it's our responsibility. And what a great way of truly being of purpose, making an impact, and then getting that cash money in. What? Oh my gosh. Girls, welcome to the club. This is what we do. This is how we feel every day. Okay? So now, action steps. 1, you're going to get added to our chat, and this is where we hold you accountable, right? We're going to give you a lot of resources, a lot of tools throughout the week, so you can master social media and develop that side hustle goal that you want to achieve within these 4 weeks, okay? Again, one of the things we already talked about is really take right now half an hour to figure out your avatar, okay? Your retail avatar and your recruitment avatar, client, team, okay? 2 is submit your new before pictures to your coach to get your hands on the book. I'm already getting text messages of girls saying they already bought their book. Okay, and from that, then I want you to post on your feed. And this is one of another Herbalife girls, and I love this post here. So post on your feed whatever picture of you, any picture. Remember, it has to be a picture that it's gonna give someone let me take a few minutes, or let me pause here and read what she has to say, because your picture was attractive, okay? To your avatar, and share about you. So this post is about you, who you are. So, and we're all gonna be doing this. I'm gonna hold all of us accountable to do this about us, like your journey, you know. Hey, I am 42, I'm a mom of 3 young men, you know, and this can be like 3 things before Herbalife, like 3 things before your journey, and 3 things after. And so for me, I'm going to talk about, you know, really, I came into this business not for the product. I came into this business for the business opportunity. You guys heard my story last week, and a lot of you know it. So it's me sharing like, hey, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I love social media. I love marketing. But it wasn't getting me out of the 9 to 5. I wasn't happy in the 9 to 5. I wasn't happy with the money I was making. So I chose network marketing because of this. And then, you know, so give them some, because honestly, we're so active on social media, but people truly don't know like bits and pieces about you. So anything that comes up, it can be 3 bullet points. Give them something about you, okay? Number 2. There is this bubble on our chats that you may be familiar with. If you don't, reach out to your coach to teach you how to do a bubble video. And give us a fun fact about you, okay? And why this? Honestly, because we're gonna be doing on Facebook, we're gonna be doing live videos on Instagram. You're gonna go live within this 30 days. So might as well get comfortable going live on our chats, right? Where it's our safe space, where it's just us. And then we're gonna take it up a notch, and we're gonna go public on social media. Number 3, we have our 3-day trials, okay? 3-day trials, this is where you help someone start on their program for only $25. Okay? So right now, you can start on your story like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to start a new 30-day transformation. I'm so excited for the social media course that I'm taking on how to develop side hustle. This is on your story. But for now, who wants to do this 30-day transformation story? If you want to start, all you got to do is start with this 3-day trial. Start on the products that I love that have given me great results, and do a poll. Who wants to do this? So we're going to do a raffle for those that get 3-day trials out by Friday. You're going to get entered to win a raffle of Liftoff. Liftoff, boy. Who loves a Liftoff? Give me a 5-5 if you love a Liftoff. So we're going to be doing these fun raffles, girls. Just fun, just to like competitive, friendly competition to get you engaged and to also win. So a raffle of a Liftoff for those that get 3-day trial out, 3-day trials by Friday. Who's game? Give me a 5-5. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so these are the action steps. Now, you should be getting a text shortly, and that is with the link to the chat to get you on board, to get the rest of the party started. I'm so excited for you. We are here for you, to support you, to guide you, to give you what you need to succeed in this business. Our goal is to get you to that 50% discount. If you're already there, is for you to start earning residual income. That's the ultimate goal. And guys, I am so proud of you for making the decision of saying yes to this business opportunity, because you're already feeling amazing. I am certain people are already asking you, what are you doing? Might as well make extra money and feel so good when somebody reaches out to you and say, hey girl, I lost 2 pounds and I feel so good. That's the best feeling in the world. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful and amazing night. Get out of this Zoom, but be sure to take a few minutes and work on your avatar, work on the team that you want to attract, work on what is your highest self. What does she look like? Thank you so much. I'm excited to be doing this 4-week journey, taking this 4-week journey with you along with the rest of my tribe. If you want to unmute yourself and say bye.
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 Bye, guys. Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.